We're at the World of Concrete for 2026. We're in the Makita booth, and I have just been made aware of some of the most exciting news that I've heard in years. We're with Kyle, and I've been told we have the belle of the ball here. Is that correct?
That is. So what we have is our steel rod flush cutters. This is the 18-volt version, which we've had for a while, but now we have a new 40-volt XGT version.
Wow.
That is coming this summer. So the big differences is the XGT will cut 30% faster, and it'll cut closer to the concrete surface. So the 18-volt is an eighth of an inch to the surface. This is just under 3/32 of an inch.
Wow.
So it makes your surface prep so much easier for your bottom plates when you have to cut your rods or anything like that.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So traditionally, if we were to use the LXT, we potentially would cut and then have to come back and grind flat?
You can grind, or you can take a mallet, hammer it down.
Yeah.
Okay, but this
is eliminating
even closer. So under 3/32 of an inch, just under, and it cuts faster, which is nice. Okay, and this will cut up to number 8 bar or 1-inch rod.
Okay.
But the other nice thing about either model is it will deliver a clean, burr-free cut, and it'll cut with minimal spark, and it cuts cold.
That's great.
With the carbide tip blade. So after you cut, you can put your hand on the bar or rod immediately after. So I have a couple demos with a rebar, and then I have one with a nut and a bolt, so just a thread rod. And so the other thing I like about the XGT model is we went from a lock-off switch on the 18-volt to a paddle switch on the XGT 40-volt. A little bit safer.
So let's just say we're locked on with LXT. Like where can that be a problem as far as safety goes? Like give me an instance where that would be bad.
So when this guy is locked on,
yes,
right here, this will not shut off unless I hit this switch. Okay. So if you drop the tool, whatnot, this is going to keep running until you physically unlock that switch. With your 40-volt version, it's going to run as long as your finger is on the trigger. As soon as you take your finger off the trigger, the blade slows down within a couple seconds. So
it almost seems like it has a brake on it. Yeah, that was fast.
It does. Yep, it's got a brake, brushless motor. And so what's nice is if you do for some reason happen to drop this tool, it will shut off. It doesn't keep running. So easy enough. We'll cut this rod first, and I'll show you how close it'll cut down to the surface. So here we are.
Let me get out of your way.
It cut right down, and here we are. And your hand can go on immediately after. Cold to the touch.
Wow. Guess what? Usually, like, people say cold to the touch might be a little warm.
That is cold to the touch.
That is cold to the touch.
And then on your rod, say your bolts are too high, you cut this guy down. Okay, there it is. You take your nut, and you can thread on immediately after. And it cuts clean, so you don't have to file the burrs, you don't have to do anything. You can thread on immediately after.
I love that, because generally when we're doing all thread, and we need to cut the size no matter what we cut with, there's always some type of prep before we could actually, be nut ready. This is great. And there's no trick to getting it nut ready right from...
Not at all.
So you just throw it on there, boom, it's done.
Yep.
Okay.
You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, what the hell?
Feel free, man.
You know me.
Here we are. So we'll take that off. You get your glasses, so we're good to go.
So I would start back away from it, correct?
Yep. Line it up. Again.
That is crazy.
Right cold to the touch. You take your nut. Grab that thing right on. There you are.
Wow, that is terrific.
So now we have the solution in the XGT version. So really what this does is this opens the door to get you onto that next gen platform.
Okay.
So you have so you can get into the XGT 40-volt version, and then you can get into the power cutters. You can get into the larger rotary hammers, breaker hammers, the larger impact wrenches.
And I've said that since the inception of XGT. The greatest part about this platform is that you can power the biggest cutoff saw, all the way down to the smallest impact driver. It is so versatile.
So now there is no need for 2 platforms on a job site. You don't have to be like, oh no, this is an 18-volt version. I got to go run and get my 18-volt battery. This is a 40-volt. So just one platform. It's easy for everything. And like you said, you can run the small impact. You can run a small circ saw, or you can go all the way up to the 14-inch power cutter, even the 80-volt, 70-pound breaker hammer.
That's crazy, I
All
know.
on one battery platform.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. We're with Tyler, and he's got a whole bunch of new innovation with an XGT nailer. Tell us all about it.
All right, so this is our new XGT Framing Nailer. This is going to allow us to get 2 times faster nailing speed when compared to the 18-volt LXT.
Wow.
Far and away the fastest nailer in the cordless selection, all right? So in addition to faster nailing speeds, we have it on bump mode. So in addition to being able to do your standard framing, with a single attachment, this proud nose nailing attachment, you're able to switch from framing to forming with a single attachment.
Now here's a question for you, because I love this. I think this is terrific. There's no need to buy a separate duplex nailer. I guess if you're like doing tons and tons of framing, form framing, then maybe it would make sense. But for the guy that's doing carpentry and occasionally doing form framing, you don't have to buy a whole separate nailer. Here's the question. Does this attachment come with every nailer, or do you buy that separately?
No, it's just a standard accessory that you could purchase separately.
I love Makita. What else can you tell me about this thing?
We increased the grip handle, so it's a little bit better for people with larger hands, right? Form and function, it's going to be very similar in weight and ergonomics to that, but the real winner is the fact that it's 2 times faster nailing speed.
2 times faster, but I like the additional function of it. I like that. Can I try it out?
It's got the proud nose on it.
Yo, if I have to do a ton, of form framing. So how does this pop off?
Yeah.
You just
like that.
so simple. And I'm not even like, I'm kind of like liberous in the thing. It's not even, it's got tons and tons of power.
We have this in a 21 degree and a 30 degree.
So you can get a 30 degree with the additional.
Yeah, so this attachment's will
Universal
work on
for
the 21 degree and the 30 degree LXT and XGT. So it's for all of them.
But before we let you go, now you said something else. So you can use that attachment on LXT as well.
Yeah.
Was that always an option or no?
No. So this is a new innovation that we're coming out with. So because when we came out with the framing nailer, one of the first questions is, when are you coming out with a duplex nailer? Right?
Yeah.
And I compare it to that old adage about what is the customers for Henry Ford, what they always ask for, a faster horse.
Yeah.
This is that Model T that's coming out, right?
That's
new
great.
innovations, same nailer for framing and forming.
That's great. I mean, you didn't need a different hammer.
No.
When
Exactly.
You got the same hammer for both functions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Definitely.
That's exciting stuff. Listen, little piece of plastic.
Who would have known?
We're with Chad, and I'm going to step out of the way so you can see all the action. Chad's going to give it to all of you.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
What do we have?
All right, rebar cutters. We got our 218-volt, LXT 218-volt. Big boy back here is going to cut 3 bar up to 7 bar. 8.7 second cut.
Wow.
A little bit faster brushless design. 3 bar to 5 bar in 2.8 seconds. And our newest just released 40 volt, 3 to 5 bar, gonna cut in 1.7 seconds.
Wow.
250 cuts on a single battery charge.
Okay.
Got it.
Can we get a demo?
Let's do it, yep. So here's our newest 40 volt. Okay, 1.7 seconds.
Holy Lord.
As you can see, 0 spark, so you can use these tools indoors. Okay.
Ice cold.
Ice cold, no sparks, no fumes, no dust. Cold to the touch, ice cold.
You wouldn't happen to know a price on these units, would you?
Not yet on these. This was just released a few weeks ago. These are gonna be in your high teens. Okay, this is gonna be about 10% more based on just the battery platform alone.
If you wanted to check pricing for yourself, go down to the YouTube shopping button. It'll all be laid out for you. Chad, thank you so much, brother.
You guys take care, huh?
Yo, we're with Rob, and Rob's got huge news. This is probably, every time we stop at a booth, I'm really like, this is the biggest thing at the Makita booth. This is the biggest. This is probably the biggest thing at the Makita booth.
Absolutely.
Tell us all about it.
So this is our new hammer drill. brand new on the market. This is not only the most powerful drill we've ever had, but it's also 3-speed transmission. So now you don't have to choose between high and low speed. You have a happy medium. So you can do your really high torque, low speed, or we have our second gear here. Along with our new self-feed bits, we're gonna show you how it works. So that looks pretty good, but that was in speed 2.
Wow.
We're super excited about it. This thing is an absolute monster.
So let me ask you, Bob, the second speed, is that an intermittent speed, or is speed 3 like really high compared to competitors? Like, where are we at RPM range with these?
So our third speed is pretty equal to what we've had before with our GPH01.
Okay.
So you still have your high-end speed with your little bit lower torque, but now we have 2. So we have 1800 RPM with a really high torque number. So that way you can go all day long. It's twice as fast as in gear 1, which is all we had before. And now you can double your workload and keep that torque going all day long.
I feel like the XGT platform in particular has like a very industrial, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the focus is an industrial worker.
Absolutely.
And I feel like speed 2 would be almost perfect for a lot of that metal work.
That's exactly right. So this is what we really needed to kind of have the happy medium in between, right? Because you want to go faster than speed 1 when you need that extra torque, but going in the highest speed sometimes is necessary.
Yes.
And now, and paired with our tabless battery, this drill is just really a game changer for us.
Can I give it a shot?
Yeah, absolutely. Please do. Let's try it in gear 2 first.
I'm going to try it. Can I try it in roll speed?
Absolutely. Go for it.
All right.
So that one you just hit the 2x4?
Oh my God, I'm always causing some kind of destruction. All right, let's try speed 3. I gotta be honest, like, there's no stall in this thing at all. Speed 2, it would be like a happy medium. Is it the baby bear or the mama bear of speed? Wow. Is it any rotation?
Yep, it has the active feedback technology, we'll call AFT. So if it does bind up or break loose, it's gonna stop just like you used to.
Which direction?
Either way.
Is it off? Does it go off? I'm saying, will it shut it off if I?
Yeah. But because it's so sophisticated,
it's not binding and knows it?
Right.
Makita, you're just so smart. I love it. This thing's awesome. You know how many clutch settings?
Yeah, so when you're in fastening mode, you have up to 41 clutch settings. It differs between which gear you're in. So gear 1 has 15, gear 2 has 31, and then gear 3 has 41 clutch settings, which you do with this little button down here with the little dial, and then you can lock it into whatever clutch you need.
When are these going to be available? Are these available now?
February 1st, they launch.
I am so excited about this. I was about to ask Rob if we could like test the clutch. Can we test the clutch features?
Sure can. If we go to this side of the triangle here, we can do just that.
Where's our lowest? Can you set me to our lowest torque setting?
Absolute lowest, huh?
Absolute low.
So that's gonna clutch out at basically 0.
You know what's great about that though? It actually did what it's designed to do. I love it. So let's just go happy medium, right? We'll go to like a 10. You said there's like how many clutch settings on this? So
in gear 1, you have 15.
Yeah.
In gear 2, you go up to 31. In gear 3, you go up to 41.
So we're at 10. I cannot wait to get this in and fully work the numbers up.
And not only that, it also has soft start. So when you're in fastening mode, you can start off slow like you're used to with some of our other drills.
All right, so just to make the audience happy here, I might as well just drive it home, all right? All the power, all the power, all the power. I love it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
So we have big news on the rebar tires. Everardo is with us. He's going to walk us through what's now available. And pretty much, I would love if you just take some time with us and go through all the features and functions again, because Although you might have seen them before, the guy over there, he hasn't seen them yet. Thank you for being with us.
Sure. All right, so this is still the world's first 40-volt tying gun that uses 16-gauge wire.
Okay.
So this is the 16-gauge wire, same wire that your iron workers, your rod busters trust.
Okay.
Right? And it comes in a spool, easy load, power button, and you're ready to go.
You know what? I love it so much. So even if there's an instance where you know, the wire misfeeds, whatever, it like clears itself and starts it over. It's so intuitive for the user. You know, I think it's great.
Yes, and because this wire is 16 gauge, it's so thick, one of the issues with other tying guns is that you're trying to push the wire in, and it's so thin, and it won't. Any type of debris that happens here is just going to be pushed out by this really thick wire. So nothing gets clogged up in here. What ends up happening is all that debris gets deposited on these little flaps here.
Yeah.
And then all you have to do is just open this one and open this side up and just wipe them down, and that's it.
So that's pretty much all the maintenance.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. So strength-wise, because it is 16 gauge, is this a representation of what people, holding power people can expect?
Yes, yes. So these are 65% stronger. And so what we did here is a demonstration that two little ties, 16 gauge.
Oh, so these are the ties up here. Wow.
Can handle over 300 pounds. This right here is 304 pounds.
That's amazing.
So what we were hearing from customers with the 21 gauge is that they were walking and they were loosening up, they were unraveling. Not the case with this 16 gauge.
Is there a demo? Can we try it, or?
Yeah, sure. You want to try this wall here?
You said they're now available.
They're now available.
Which ones were not available last time we spoke?
So
last year.
These were just, I believe they were prototypes. They were not available in the market yet.
So these are available.
They're available now. So all I can tell you now is that we've had customers that have purchased them and they're very happy with it. Less maintenance involved versus the 18 one compared to the 18 one.
I will say that if you want to get the pricing for yourself, use the YouTube shopping button down below. So these are all specific to the 16 gauge, or?
Well, this may look familiar. We had one which is a different part number. So we had one that was designed for the 18 volt model, but now because this one's slightly different, this is a new part number.
Okay.
And pretty much you unloosen this, you drop the tying gun in there, you tighten it, and now you're ready to go.
You know what? I think that is lost on a lot of people, and even myself, right? When we talk about things like this handle, is this what it's called, a handle?
Extension handle, yes.
The extension handle, right? People will say, yes, it's going to make me faster. And yes, that's great for bottom line. You're going to be able to complete your projects quicker. But for me, the thing that I like about the extension handle is not having to bend over, not having to tie.
Yes.
Think about all the degenerative diseases and things that occur from those repetitive tasks on the construction site. And I love that Makita has that at the forefront of their innovation, because it's going to allow tradespeople a longer career in the trades. And this is the thing, when you're not on the job site, you're actually going to be able to enjoy your time with your loved ones, your family, the things that you love doing, and not nursing a bad back or bad knees. I love this. I love it.
Yeah. That's exactly what this was designed for. There's numerous studies done that over the course of an iron worker's career, he's going to suffer from all kinds of musculoskeletal disorders. This is it right here.
Things like this is just great for the industry. It's great for people's well-being. It's so many different levels. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Vinny.
We're with Roy, and Roy is going to help us be more aware of what's going on inside your concrete blocks.
Yeah, so this is our multi scanner, 18 volt, right? It's been out for a few years, but this is basically to help you scan for a buried object, right?
Yeah.
So it goes up to 7-inch, right? It uses our 18 volt battery. It has a 28 hours runtime. So basically it won't tell you what the object is, but it will tell you
there's an object there.
So a lot of users for rebar, for post-tension cable, or basically any hidden object, right? So this scanner, when you scan it, there's dry concrete, wet concrete, different applications, but this is being dry concrete. as you scan, you see how it gives you a dot, right? So this dot will tell you, hey, there's a 4 and 1/16 inch deep, right? So if you look on here,
It's that
yeah,
accurate. Wow.
yeah, it's pretty accurate. It goes up to 7 inch, right? So as I keep going, right? So right here, boom, another 4 inch, 4 and 13/16. So it's pretty close to 5, right? Keep going. Boom, right here, 6 inch, right? We're right on 6, right? What people generally do is, see how there's 3 lines here. The left is the wheel, the right is the other wheel, and the middle is the
So it lets
laser.
you know, I got you.
So what users do is, okay, 4 and, you know, cause 5 inch. They'll mark the spot with
Yes.
5 inch.
And then
so
maybe
they know
snap
not
a
to
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little tool.
I
It's been
like
out.
that.
Yeah. It's been out for a few years, but people love it, man.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm seeing bar, we're seeing round. If for some reason, like it was an object, a tube that was square, will it show square?
It won't tell you it's a square, but it'll tell you there's a buried object.
Yeah.
So people have scanned for, you know, plastic tubing, copper pipe.
Yeah.
But the one that people use most is post tension, because that's the worst,
Yeah.
right, of drilling into. Rebar, okay, you know, not ideal. The post tension is, hey, that can cost, you know,
So like,
a lot of money.
see how it's round in here?
Mm-hmm.
See how it's round? Would it show up square?
No, I
Okay.
think round is just tell you there's a buried object.
Just as about, okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
Roy,
Hey,
thank you so much, brother.
welcome,
Appreciate
man.
it.
thank you.
And we have the man here, Mario.
Let's go.
He's going to tell us all about it. What are we looking at?
Man, I'll tell you, we're looking at a lot here. But look, thank you for having me. Really excited to
Thanks for having us.
introduce you to the next evolution in gas engine replacement technology. So obviously, as we know, we've had XGT in the market for about a few years now. We've launched that platform, 170 products on a slide style battery, anything from a power cutter, from a backpack vibrator and so forth, a whole bunch of products in that space, which we're really excited about. But the one piece that everybody keeps asking us about is, where's your equipment? Where's your equipment? So when we looked at the landscape, we thought, you know what? Should we make ours from scratch? Or there's a lot of great equipment manufacturers out there today that all use one thing.
A motor.
A motor.
A universal
Exactly,
motor.
a gas engine motor, anywhere from, you know, either a Honda and so forth, a GX35, GX50, and then, so we thought, why not offer these equipment manufacturers a seamless solution to be able to electrify their products? Because honestly, Vince, you know they want to.
Sure.
They're seeing their competitors come across from the pond. They want a solution. So why not bring them a solution and lean on what we do best, motors, batteries, and chargers. And that's what we have here today. The new XGT motor unit, capable of powering anything from a 25cc to 50cc gas engine.
You know why I love this? Just hearing about it, why it's so exciting for me? Multiple reasons. Number one, the OEMs that are making these tools presently don't need to figure out the battery and charger technology. And here's the other thing, Makita doesn't need to figure out all of those existing tools. So it's a win-win for both companies.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You could keep doing what you do so good.
Exactly, and for them, we've made a lot of little thoughtful engineering pieces on this motor. I'll just spend a couple minutes on it. Is the fact that obviously you see the clutch mechanism that's very similar to what you have on a gas engine, but you also have two different options, either a regular spindle or a threaded spindle, depending on what the integration of that OEM needs. We also are going to have different throttle mechanisms. This is actually a simple throttle throw that you have, but if somebody wants to have a cable throttle, we have that option for them as well. Different mounting orientations, you see the on and off switch, but what if they want to mount it over here? What are you going to do? Guess what? We can move that button over here as well.
Oh, that's great.
So a lot of really thoughtful engineering pieces to, again, make it seamless for the OEMs.
You know, I was going to ask a question, and then I realized I was going to say, wait, now when you order these, do you order it with which spindle, or does it come with both spindles? But here's the thing, I kind of forgot. This is only going to be a replacement for an OEM.
You got it.
So users, like end users, aren't going to necessarily be, at the moment, aren't going to be able to retrofit existing units they might own.
You got it. And that's to hit the nail on the head. Our goal here is to work hand in hand with the equipment manufacturers to be able to work with them for the marriage of the product to be at their spec. So there's RPM modification capabilities, there's tuning capabilities and so forth, because we want to make sure that when they unbolt this, they put this on and have the best full experience of what their product and end user requires.
So when is this going to be available through one of the OEMs, or what?
good question. We're looking to launch it the summer of this year.
Okay.
But obviously, OEM integration will vary. We're hoping that we get a lot of guys watching this video that want to come over and talk to Makita, right?
And then, listen, if you were made aware from this video and you're an OEM, let me know where, I'll let you know where you can send the check to.
No, but we're probably really excited. Let me cover one thing off, and then I'll talk to you about an OEM that we're currently working on, okay? So this motor is also IPX5 rated. So this little shower that you have over here showcases that IPX5 rating, again, because it's not only built for job site environments. Most of these guys finish the day, and what do? Get a power washer and shoot a whole bunch of water on their unit before they put it away. So we want to make sure it's protected.
And you could put it away wet if it's IPX.
You got it. You got it.
Perfect,
You got it.
perfect, perfect.
So in the last piece I'll cover with you, we talked about OEM. I want to give you an example of a current manufacturer that we're working with on board. I call it our guinea pig for now. This is a Marshalltown screed, a very reputable brand in the marketplace today.
Okay.
That's their gas engine version right there of a screed. This is their Shockwave screed. So what we've done is worked with them to be able to unbolt that GX35 motor on it, bolt our unit, our XGT, and you're ready to go. And this is a functional unit. You can experience not only the benefits of cordless, less vibration, no pull starts, low noise, but you don't sacrifice anything from a runtime perspective either. This battery, one single battery, they're testing it as we speak, but it'll give them up to 90 minutes of runtime. That's more than a single tank of gas in the GX.
On a single battery?
On a single 8 amp hour battery. So again, simple throttle, less vibration, simple on and off switch right here. You're ready to go. So no pull starts, no weather determinants. You have that same experience that you have with the gas unit day in and day out.
It's exactly the same, except you don't need gas. You just throw in the batteries.
And you're ready to go.
So here's another working unit or example of this motor in action. You got a concrete vibrator here. It should be on. You can see we have standard throttle here. And you'll be able to just go to work. That is great. Now, here's my question. You got a unit here with a single battery.
Yes.
How far off are we, and I know you probably can't say, but how far off are we from seeing maybe bigger units that are 80 volts or who knows?
I think that the sky's the limit here, and this is a global strategy for us, obviously.
Of course.
We're unveiling it here with you all today, and our sister companies and other markets, as well as our global headquarters, are really focused on being that gas engine replacement. So you're going to see different motors, you're going to see different operations there. So the sky's the limit. We might be having an 80 volt motor, you never know. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity for us to scale this out once we get some OEMs on board.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
good talking to you. Thank you.
And if you're as excited as I am about having a true replacement for gasoline, then smash the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. Plus, you'll get 7 years of good luck. Let us know down in the comment section below, because we want to hear it all. Thanks a lot, everybody. I hope to see you all on the next one.